Gotta strike this chord with the humble hearts, bearing heavy chains and blue collar scars. Inevitably they're gonna get their way. If you don't take that fight, take it to the grave. You're trying to walk with the angels in the city so fatal. So fall into the flames. Don't knock my reckless ways. We'll be unbreakable, unmistakable. Live in overdrive.
More to it so it doesn't, because it'll presses or.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Rhino Off-Road, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. Just spent the whole day climbing up Coyote Flats, just west of Bishop on 395 with the Trail Newbie and the Jeep Noob, Greg and Matt. A couple buddies of mine that I met, fellow Jeep guys, and it was a lot of fun. So we're up here at Funnel Lake, this nice alpine lake that's just below basically the foothills of the Sierras. We're actually at almost 10,500 feet, which is insane, and we really just climbed that in a couple hours. We got our camp set up. We're going to have some dinner. Greg volunteered to be cooking us some, actually we'll go check out what he is cooking for us. And then just gonna enjoy the rest of the evening here and see where the night takes us. So thanks for tuning in and enjoy the adventure. Let's do it. Greg is taking dinner duty tonight. What are you making us?
So this is the shrimp foil bake. So we got some sausage, some zucchini, corn, shrimp, potatoes, throw some garlic in there, butter, and the secret is right here. It's Old Bay. So you got to take that, a lot of Old Bay, and we'll throw it over the fire.
You never have too much Old Bay.
Yeah, it should be good. It cooks up in like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, and we'll wrap this all up and put it over the fire. Should be great.
Awesome. He's been talking about these for a few weeks, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'll let you guys know.
Starving in the schools, starving for attention, killing to be cool cause we're just dying for affection. Starving in the streets, tell me what I'm missing. Everybody's getting back exactly what they're given. Desperate is as desperate does, one step away from giving up. But don't give up, no don't give up. Lord knows we've had enough. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. United we stand and divided we fall. If it's all for one, it's one for all. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. Running out of breath, how can anybody breathe? We're running from the law, don't know either after me.
Well done, sir. Well done. Lemon's a nice touch too.
Yes.
Check this out. Even in the middle of August, the temperatures at this altitude dipped down to the low 40s. Given the fire ban, Matt was smart enough to bring his propane fire pit, thus we still had a warm fire to enjoy and cold beer to drink while planning out our next day ahead. Oh man.
How good is that?
That pulled pork's phenomenal. All right guys, we just finished breakfast. We're packing up the Jeeps. Matt here made us a awesome breakfast with some pulled pork that we got down in Bishop, some eggs and bacon, so that was pretty awesome. We're just gonna get all the tents collapsed and move on to our next destination. Matt, any idea where we're gonna go next?
Yeah, before we came out here, we knew that Funnel Lake was going to be night one, and I got on Google Earth and Gaia and was kind of poking around with satellite imagery on the trail. And I think I found a spot that's a little southeast of here that should have some shade with some trees and maybe a creek that runs right past the campground. So I got the pin saved on my Gaia, so that's where we're going to head out, and hopefully it's as good as it looks on the satellite.
Yeah, one thing we noticed yesterday is we all kind of did our own research before we came up to Coyote Flats, and the trail is definitely doable with really any probably stock four-wheel drive, but there's a lot of rocks and they're pretty jagged. So we've all aired down to about 18 to 20 PSI. So probably would recommend you do the same. Just that way you're not worried about puncturing tires and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get everything packed up and we'll get on out of here, move on to our next spot. So let's do it.
The wildflowers are not yet in bloom, though I was really hoping that they were. I hope you stay with me, because adventure is afoot. Nailed it.
Well, in fine Coyote Works fashion, we decided to go off the trail a little bit. Well, we stayed on the trail, but went to one that said ended in ruins. So we kind of, I guess, arrived at, I don't really know what it is, an old cattle pen of some kind, or you don't really see evidence of a homestead necessarily, but Casey, we were hoping that you could carbon date this wood for us on the spot here and give us a ballpark of what time we're looking for. If you can't get anything off that, no worries. I know you're really good with barbed wire too. So there's some barbed wire here. I'm sure you can tell by the number of windings or whatnot, what city it was manufactured in. And so we would love to know. But anyways, we are out here in the actual flats of the Coyote Flats. Pretty cool spot. We actually have some cattle over here. And this is pretty much all open land. So it's interesting that the motor vehicle use map still takes us kind of right out here. We don't really see any evidence of humans, so to speak, so not really sure why the cattle are out here, but they got a great spot because we have miles and miles of flat land. You can see it's pretty smoky too from the fires, I think, over in Nevada. But anyways, we thought we'd just kind of come by, check this out, and then proceed on to our next campsite.
Here we are, on the edge of mystery. We long for a life of new discovery. Focus our eyes on the journey, stepping into the unknown, waving goodbye to our worry, and we're ready to go. We're
All right, well, we just pulled into our campsite number 2. Huge shout out to Matt over there for finding this place. We may have had some help from Trail Recon, but can't confirm or deny. We basically found this stream right here that runs pretty much all the way down, and it's pretty cool too, because this whole area, as you saw in the footage, is relatively dry. So this is like a little oasis, but we've all kind of got our optimum view set up, making sure we don't run over any vegetation or anything like that, you know, try not to disturb the area too much. But Greg over here started working on our meal. We told Greg, hey man, you're really not pulling your weight around here. You need to cook at least one meal for us. So
Yeah.
he's decided to go all out. So what are you cooking for us?
So these are gonna be turkey avocado wraps. Pretty simple, easy for the trail. You can even, it's nice because even if you're driving, you still eat it, you know, it's hard to eat a sandwich, easy to eat a wrap.
Oh, I love it.
So turkey, red onion, avocado, wraps, provolone cheese. What type of lettuce is that? That's some romaine. So should turn out pretty good.
And if that wasn't enough, check out the view here, which he's making it in. So you got this nice little stream.
It's like the most beautiful kitchen you can imagine.
Yeah, this does not suck.
Yeah, no doubt. Should
All right,
be good.
we're gonna eat some lunch. We'll catch up with you guys here in a little bit. All right, so I'm here with the Jeep Noob from Instagram. We just had some awesome lunch, thanks to Greg. And we have 3 Wranglers here, so, and you've seen a little bit of my setup, but I thought I'd take the time to kind of show you what both these guys are rocking. So this is Matt. Matt, why don't you talk us through what you got?
Sweet. All right. Thanks for letting us come on this trip with you. It's been awesome so far.
Of course.
This will be night number 2. So this is my 2018 JL Rubicon. Got it right when they came out, so September of 18. Already did a 2-inch lift with 37s. This is my second rooftop tent, going with the iCamper now. Much prefer the hard shell setup. A lot quicker in the middle of the night when you pull in or you have kids and they're running around screaming. What I've done here in the back, the main thing you're going to see, this is the mass cargo management from American Adventure Lab. And this fully customizable, but the constant is this base plate, and that's what everything mounts to. So you can do 4 of these 6-inch drawers. You can do 4 6-inch drawers and 2 3-inch drawers. You don't even need the shelf, but I really wanted the shelf to be able to stack stuff up top and still have the fridge underneath. And this is useful not just when camping. So I'm going to the grocery store, I'll just put all the bags of groceries up here, obviously because I have no room to put them anywhere else. But I've really liked it so far. Super simple install for the shelf. The fridge slide and the drawers are a little more challenging. You know, if you have it, you know what I'm talking about. The little connectors that connect everything and secure it to the base platform are a little tricky. But if you're just patient with it, you'll get it. Nothing really special with the tailgate table. That's a Mopar. I really like Trail Newbie's slide with the bamboo cutting board, so I may go down that route in the future.
Cool. He's got some fuel on the side of the Jeep here, so let's check that out.
For my Rotopack storage solution, I have 2 of these mounts. They're from Trail Racks, R-A-X, so trailracks.com, also on Instagram. And for the JL, it's a lot simpler because they just clamp down on the rain gutter. Whereas I didn't even know until you were pointing it out yesterday on the JK, the rain gutter stops right here at the hardtop. They do make a solution for the JK, but it requires drilling into the hardtop, which is always a little hair-raising. But they haven't fallen off once. Everything's secure. Got lockable, secure tie downs there. I have 2 fuel Rotopacks, but I only carry 1. On the other side, I have a water Rotopacks, and that gets obviously the most use out of them. But super happy with them. The company's really easy to get in touch with and super responsive if you have a question.
So now we're on the passenger side of the Jeep. Matt, talk us through why you switched from the Roam to the iCamper.
Right, so my first rooftop tent was a Roam Vagabond, not the XL, so it's a queen size, sleeps 3 really comfortably. I had 0 complaints with it. We took our then 6-month-old daughter, so our first child, camping in it. We were warm, it was in the 40s. The 3-inch mattress that it comes with from the factory is pretty ideal. But after a couple of trips and just the soft shell on it, so the bag that you cover the entire tent with, it was starting to wear down, so the zippers were breaking a little bit. And just the hassle of having to get up on top of the Jeep to unzip that, and then all the Velcro straps to open up the tent. I initially, when I bought it, I didn't want to spend the money that the hard shells were going for, because what if I don't like having a rooftop tent, so why make that huge financial mistake? But after just learning the benefits of having the hard shell and seeing some videos about it, kind of nail it down to the iCamper Sky Camp, so we can have a king size mattress now that we have 2 daughters. So whenever she's old enough to go, we're going to be fine up there.
And what kind of mattresses are you using?
So I saw some video this dude, his wife did in their driveway.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, so it's the Como top. So I got the double and the single, and it's uncanny how perfectly they fit in some other company's product. And just like you, I all I heard about in the forums was Xped. But I pulled it up on Amazon, and that's $600-700 for more mattress in a $4,000 tent. And the Como top, this is the first time using it, so I haven't had an extensive amount of experience with it. But last night I was super comfortable. 4 inches for both of them, and I'm a side sleeper, and I slept fine. I didn't wake up once.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Again, follow or be sure to look him up, The Jeep Noob on Instagram. He's got some great photos of his Jeep, the adventures that he's taken with it. What I want to show you is, so obviously Matt's setup and my setup both rely on a rooftop tent with a drawer system. That is not the only way that you can sleep in your Jeep or adventure with it. Greg has a really unique setup in the back, so let's go take a look at that. Greg, this is pretty unique, so why don't you tell us what you're working with?
I've only had the Jeep for just about a year, so some of what I'm doing is just going out on solo trips or with somebody else who has a full setup of their own. So I haven't necessarily needed to have a big built out deal yet. Someday, I'm pretty sure that I will, but for now, I ordered first thing when I got the Jeep, the Deep Sleep mattress for the JL. It's super thick, as you can see, all the way down, and then on top of that I threw some memory foam that I think we got at Walmart or something like that. So I've got what I think is one of the most incredible sleeping experiences in a Jeep. It's super comfortable. You could get 2 people in there if you had to, but me by myself, I'm 6'4", and I'm able to sleep in here super comfortably. It's awesome.
And what's nice about this is, Matt and I were just talking about how awesome the Como top is, and we're talking about 4 inches of mattress. We're talking about like a foot of air mattress with the Deep Sleep. I was actually on the wait list for these a long time ago, and I don't know what happened. I ended up just finding rooftop tents, but again, like, this is a lot cheaper option. We're talking sub $200. At night, usually you're just kind of putting your gear next to your Jeep. Yeah. It hasn't been an issue at all. Yeah. I think this is a fantastic setup, and again, this is probably more comfortable than you're going to get really in any rooftop tent. So it's definitely something to consider. All right, probably my favorite part of his Jeep is his cooking setup, specifically the tailgate table he has on this. So let's take a look.
Yeah. All right, so probably the second thing, being a newbie to Jeeps, that I installed myself, meaning anybody can do it, is the JL Trail Gator. That's Trail Gator by Outback Adventures. This thing is so awesome. It clips right into the tailgate, super easy. Just some green little plastic clips behind, screw it in. It's all stainless steel with the bamboo cutting board that everybody's pretty much jealous of. So I love it. It's a little on the pricey end, but I think it was worth it for sure. One thing I'll show you that you're gonna wanna check out is, it's kind of interesting right now. I have just some zip ties here. It comes with some metal clips, but they kind of rattle around a little bit when you're driving. So I pulled those off, put some zipper pulls on. One of the zipper pulls broke off, so now I'm just resorting to zip ties. So once this zipper pull breaks, throw some zip ties on there. You're not going to get any rattling, and overall, zero noise from this thing in the back. When you're going down the trail, this thing is not, you know, driving you crazy. So I love it.
Cool, guys. Well, that's kind of it for the rig rundown. I still need to do one for myself, and I'll get around to it at some point. Anyways, we're going to just kind of finish up here and enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and we'll get you guys around dinner.
I just wanna try it. This is the good life. Soak in the good vibes. We're living out our dreams. We're living wild and free. So drink up the sunshine, 'cause everything's alright. We're living out our dreams. Yeah, this is the good life. Can't deny it, life's a treat, I just wanna try it. Yeah, this is the good life. Yeah, this is the good life.
All right, guys. Well, for the next meal here, we have what did we do? We did ribeye. We did some shrimp. It's cilantro, some pico, some cheese, onions, bell pepper, all wrapped here in a nice tortilla. And this is definitely the life.
Yeah.
We've been eating pretty dang well out here for the last couple of days, which has been great. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
11 out of 10.
I don't know, that whole pork and eggs is
Oh, damn. Okay.
whole pork and eggs is pretty damn good.
Well, thank you.
Yep, that's it.
Nailed it.
The three of us spent the rest of the evening around the fire, swapping stories, advice, and life lessons learned like old friends tend to do, only we had known each other for only a matter of days. After this trip, Matt would be moving his family across the country for work, so this was the perfect send-off for him, and I'm glad it went off without a hitch. The last time I attempted this trail, I was met with failure as we began our climb up the steep switchbacks. Man, what a few inches of snow can make. We awoke rested and refreshed the following morning after being serenaded all night by the creek. We quickly took down our camp to prepare for the long drive to follow. We gave our vehicles a final once-over to look for any trail damage and started our journey back to Bishop.
Focus our eyes on the journey, stepping into the unknown, waving goodbye to our worry. So we run wild and free. We're not ever slowing down. We run. We're chasing down the dreams we found. Over the rivers and mountains, deep in the heart of the sea. We know adventure is calling, so we run wild and free. Wild.
3 friends, 3 Jeeps, and 1,800 miles worth of memories. I'm Kevin with Rhino Off-Road, and this is Overlanding. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.